Hi, so this is actually the second video for the test, which is happening a week from tomorrow. Say tomorrow is going to be January 14th, Daled Shvat. So it's happening on Yud Aleph Shvat, which is January 21st. The first tape is Makif and Ikaf, and here comes the second tape, and there'll be a third one after this. Okay, we are on Daf Zayin Amabet, and we learned the Mishnah, which is right over here. That everybody can be forced, any member of the Chatzar. The Chatzar was like a cul-de-sac. It was an opening from near the Rishut Rabim. They'll come to a group of homes, and the people there want a Beit Shar V'Dela Chatzar. They want sort of a place for maybe a guard, maybe some sort of delet, some sort of gate for the Chatzar. Everybody's got to chip in. Not every single Chatzar needs a Beit Shar. Just because somebody wants it doesn't mean everybody's got to chip in. There are certain Chatzarot that need it, and there's Chatzarot that don't need it. And whereas according to Tanakama, it sounds like anybody can say, let's do this, and everybody's got to chip in. And it depends. It depends the nature of the Chatzar. That if I live in a town and we're going to build a wall, I got to go ahead and I got to chip in, and with proper gates and proper locks. Wait a second, not every year can we go ahead, not every city go ahead and say needs a choma, and just because somebody wants it, they not necessarily mean that everybody's got to chip in. How long do you have to have been living in the city so that you're considered to be a citizen of the city? You had to chip in. You bet chodesh if there for a year. But if you bought property in the city, then immediately you're considered to be a citizen of that city, and you have to chip in for the choma, etc., etc. So that's the Gemara Lememra. Sounds for this. It's as if to say the Beit Shar you see, and having a Beit Shar is something which you need for a chatzir. But wait a second, but who chasida? There was a very righteous person. To have a Ragal Eliyahu, to have Mishnah Ba'adei. That Eliyahu was a visitor by him. He used to speak with them all the time. Of a Beit Shar, but then they made a Beit Shar. They made some sort of guardhouse that prevented people from coming into the Chatzar easily. And from then on, but Eliyahu didn't come anymore because Aniyim couldn't come. Poor people couldn't come and ask him for tzedakah. So how can our mission seems to think it's a positive? We see from the story it's a negative. So the Gemara is going to give a variety of answers to when it's a positive, when it's a negative. Lo kasha. No, it's not a question. Where is this Beit Shar? Is it something like outside the Chatzar so that it's preventing the Ani from entering? Or is it more inside the Chatzar, and therefore the Ani can come to the entranceway and still be heard? If you want to give another answer, really both the Mishnah and the case of the Chassid and Eliyahu are talking about when it's on the inside. And again, there's no question. Is there some sort of delet door which is preventing easy entry through the Beit Shar? If there is a door there, then the Ani can't be heard. If there's no door there, then he can go into the Beit Shar and he can be heard from the Beit Shar. Or another possibility, just like that, really both are talking about whether there is a delet blokasha. And again, it's not a question. Is there an easy way of opening up the door, or in other words, is it easily accessible to get through the Beit Shar, or no? Do you have to go ahead and dial some sort of number or who knows what in order to get in? That's going to prevent the ani. Another possibility. No, really, in both cases, it's there is a potachat. There is some sort of key. Below kasha. And it's not a question. Where is this potachat located? And can the ani easily get to the potachat? And again, what it's basically saying is that we shouldn't go ahead and build structures which is going to stop aniyim from coming and knocking on doors. On the other hand, if you want some sort of barrier to something, a gate, or whatever it is, just so people shouldn't, from the Rishut Rabbi, just wander in, you have every right to build such a thing. Or even not just the right, but you can demand that everybody goes ahead and contributes. Okay, so we said that according to Tanakama, you can force somebody to contribute. Rosh Gamliel says not so fast. You got to look at the nature of the Chatzer. Tanya, we learned in the Braita. Rosh Gamliel Omer. Rosh Gamliel's opinion is local Chatzerot riyol Beit Shar. Not every Chatzer can use a mandate to be a Beit Shar. What's going to be the definitive a measure whether you can or you can't? If a Chatzer is very, very close to Reshut Rabim, ru'uya Beit Shar, then it should have a Beit Shar. But if it's all the way back someplace and nowhere near the Reshut Rabim, ain't a ru'uya Beit Shar. They don't need a Beit Shar. The idea of the Beit Shar was to prevent people just wandering in. So if you're right near the Reshut Rabim, then we have Halakha in our Mishnah that everybody's forced to contribute. But if you're way off in a very very small street someplace, then not all of a sudden can some person say, "Oh, we need a Beit Shar." Rabbanan, Tanakama that disagrees with Rosh Gamliel seems to say that anybody can demand a Beit Shar. What do they say? Zimnin. Sometimes the Dachal Kubnei Reshut Rabim. There are a lot of people Reshut Rabim. These people are going to come into the Chatzir, even which is far away. So we learned that it's just a matter of how much security do you have a right to demand. Shimon Gamliel says if there's a real security threat, then you have a right to demand a Beit Shar. According to the Rabbanan Zimnan, even if it's possible, someone is a little bit, little bit more suspicious or what have you, they have the right to go ahead and to say to everybody in the Chatzir, "Hey guys, we need a Beit Shar al Chatzir," and everybody's got to chip in. Similar machlokes kofel with notes ear. I am le'ir. We're going to go ahead and build a choma. So it's going to be in the parentheses. Rashum Gamliel Omer, local ru'ya l'choma. Not every city needs a choma. Eli'ir smucha l'svar. Svar is the border. If the city is near the border, we have a choma. They need a choma because the enemies can come. But if it's inland someplace, not near any borders, ain't a ru'ya l'choma. Then all of a sudden they can't say, "Oh, we got to build a choma," and everybody's got to contribute. Rabbanan. What are the rabbis and the chachams that disagree? What do they think? Zimnan can happen. It's a macro that happens for us guys, and you got to have a legion marching through the country. And even though it's very, very, very unlikely, that's enough that if the city decides we want to build a wall, everybody's got to contribute. Rabbi Lozer asked the following question of Rabbi Yochanan. Kshein Govin, when you go ahead and you collect for this stuff, Lefina Fashok Govin, do you go according to the number of people in the household? And it's going to be a per capita tax per person. Or no, we go according to income. Person higher income, that they have to go ahead and they have to pay a higher share. Amalei, to answer Lefi Mama Govin, it's going to be people with a higher income. Azar Bani and my son-in-law is a smart. You nail that in. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be Mama, because again, this is the idea being that the person is money is really the thing at question here. In other words, that the enemies are going to come in. They're looking for money. Bandits going to come in. They're looking for money, and therefore the people with more money should be paying more for security than the people with less money. Some say this discussion happened a little bit differently. Rabbi Lozer asked Rav Yochanan, "Kshein Govin, when you collect this tax, do you go according to how close the bayit is to the edge of the city? And the closer it is to the edge of the city, the more danger there is, and therefore they have to pay a higher tax. Or perhaps Govin, again, it's an income tax, because the people with more money obviously have more to lose." Amalei, so you answer if you kiru batameh. Govin goes, you collect it according to how close the houses are to the border. Balazar Bani Kapabamas Merats. Balazar Bani, my son Balazar, sort of nailed this, and this is halacha. And thank you very much, everybody.